New Bordeaux. A modern city with traditional Southern values.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our third, I think if everything's been done in order, video from E3 2016. I'm Dan Murphy, this is Mike Stubbsy, and Mike Stubbsy has only seen Mafia 3.
Yes, I have only seen it. It was a hands-off demo. It was a good 25, in fact it might even be the 22 minutes that they released the other day. Because I haven't seen that video, so I don't know if it is or not. But yeah, like we were ushered into this sort of cinema on the show floor that was kind of like a 1960s style cinema with really fucking uncomfortable seats. Yes. Like they looked really comfy, they looked like they had padding and shit, so you sit down and you're just like, oh my god, this feels like solid wood. And it was the last showing that they was doing on the day, so they like crammed in loads of people, and like the stairs on the side were just full with people standing up.
There's nothing worse than deceivingly comfortable seats.
So it was like, I think I would have probably preferred to have stood up than sat on that seat, but oh well. And then sort of we were shown like a trailer, which has been released, I'm fairly sure, and then we saw like gameplay that was sort of cutting between different shots. It was like a pre-recorded video with old matey talking over the top of it. And like visually I wasn't that impressed. Like the graphics weren't amazing. It kind of looked like GTA 5 looked, but considering GTA 5, like I'm talking about the console, the PS4 one, considering that's now a couple of years old, like you'd expect this to look a little bit better. It didn't. It looked very, very similar. I think the coolest thing about it is sort of the setting.
New Orleans.
Yeah, but it's like not real New Orleans, it's like fake New Orleans. They've got a different name for it, I think.
Oh, okay.
But like they're not ashamed of it. Like they said, this is our version of it. Okay. They just called it a different name.
So it's basically GTA with Los Santos, but them doing.
Yeah. So yeah, like we saw this gameplay, and it started off explaining who your playable character is. He's like some. His family got betrayed by the Italian mob or something. So now he just doesn't like them and has decided to become a mob leader man sort of type thing.
So like something like Punisher type thing. You're just going back killing them or is he on with a
Well,
group?
he's not like killing them. He's trying to ruin other like mob people. Okay. And then he's also got like friendly mobs. And so what the demo focused around is there's like this one guy who has like total control of this area in the city. And so we saw our character do a couple of smaller missions to like hurt him financially, like killed a pimp and took out a drug den and shit like that. And then eventually that took him to his brother, the like big bad guy's brother. He then killed the brother and like tied his body onto a statue of the big guy's house to sort of say, fuck you, Dad, I'm coming for you. And then because like he's hurt financially and like his brother's out of the picture, this guy gets stupid and like does a political fundraiser thing on a boat. And then you learn about this, so he goes and like fucks up the boat, sets it on fire, and then kills old matey. And because old matey's dead and like no one to run his section of the city, you take control of it. But you don't properly take control of it because there's 3 like friendly gang members. One black woman called Cassandra, I think, who's like part of the Haitian gang. Some Scottish bloke who's got the worst Scottish accent.
Always. What is it with like fucking only? I can't think of many good Scottish accents in games.
And then there's another guy who I think is sort of an Italian mob person, but like not high up. And you basically choose one of those 3 to sort of give control of this area to, and you still get money from it. But as like throughout the game, you'll do this quite a few times, and if you like give all the areas to one person, the other people get pissed off.
Okay.
So in our demo, the dude hadn't given anything to the Scottish bloke. And then when he didn't give this to the Scottish bloke was like, oh you bastard, like fuck you, next time I see you I'm going to shoot you. So then like because that happened, and that only happens because the things that happened before, you then went on a mission to go find old matey and sort of go, look, what the fuck are you doing? And then you get there and all his goons start shooting at you, so you kill a load of his goons.
Is there like benefits to giving like areas to all of one person, or is there, like, does each person bring something different to the table?
I'm not entirely sure on this because it was a very limited part of the demo, but I think if you give more areas to a certain person, then you get better benefits.
Okay.
So like, whoever you give the person to gives slightly different benefits. Like one might give you more money, but like one might be less, I don't know, liable to fuck you up or some shit like that.
No.
So if you give it all to one person, then those benefits will increase over time. Like if you mix it around, then it's less, but you won't get people trying to, I think that's what happened.
Cool. Like a dynamic way to do it. It sounds like an interesting way to do the standard reclaiming area of a map.
Yeah.
Instead of just literally go and liberate that outpost. It seems like there's a way to incorporate some actual stories and different like dynamism into it. What's I say? It sounds like that type of stuff. So go into the drugs den, and that could become samey. Do you think there's like, because I presume each section has a different boss. So is each section gonna have like a different story to take him down? Like you say, you get his brother.
I mean, I would guess so. They only showed this one section, so I couldn't really say too much.
Okay.
But yeah, like there was one mission where you're killing a pimp, and the guy said like you can do it pretty much however you want. Like you can go in total stealth, like stealth kill him and then get out stealth. You can go in stealth, shoot him, and then kill shit, or you can just run in and shoot shit out of everyone. So in the demo that we saw, they like went in stealthy, like snuck past all the like armed guard people, got to the room, and then like hid behind cover, and then when they got a chance, just like shot him in the head, and then obviously that kind of alerted a few people. So just a massive gunfight happened, and then he got a bit overpowered. So like he called in some Italian mob friends for reinforcements, and was just like they came in and wrecked everyone, and then he just walked away.
How did it look gameplay wise? Did the stealth look good? Does the shooting? I know it's not much you can say without playing it.
It looks average. Like it's what you'd expect from an open world type game like that. I think nothing special. Yeah.
Was there any like story beats or anything they showed off? Because I don't know if you played Mafia 2.
No.
Well, it was pretty bog standard gameplay wise, and the open world was pretty pointless, and it was a bit empty. So that's why I'm no doubt they'd go into extra efforts to make it feel big on this. But the good thing about it was that it did have a cracking story, like Mafia and normal. It's pretty stereotypical mob story, but it was pretty good. So, was there any inkling as to what this is going to be apart from revenge?
I think it's like his family got fucked over by the Italian mob, so you now don't like the Italian mob. I don't know. They didn't say much at all.
Okay. Unless there's anything else you have to share with us on Mafia 3.
I don't think so. Like the map that we saw looks fucking massive. I think this is going to be a pretty huge one. They're like, there's 12 separate districts, and the districts themselves are pretty big. So, I mean, I think it'll be. I'll be interested to see if they manage to fill it with content, or if it is very much a empty open world.
Yeah, looking forward to it then, after what you've seen. Do you think
I think it's much more of a wait and see. Like, once we get final code and stuff like that, then I'll decide if I'm going to play it. But I'm more excited for it than I was.
Is it out? When's it out this year? I think.
This year, like, don't know, maybe. Is it October, November, December?
I want to say around that mark, but if you want to know more about Mafia 3 and all other games we've been playing on the E3 showroom floor this week, then please go over to GodisaGeek.com for all our previews and thoughts and podcast roundups. And of course, you're probably watching this on youtube.com/GodisaGeek, which will have several more preview videos in the coming days, hopefully, if we keep playing good stuff that's worth video chats. Where else can you get us? You can follow Mike on Twitter at Stubbsy. You can follow me on Twitter. I nearly said Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Mabroski. Of course, you can follow GodisaGeek on Twitter at GodisaGeek, and you can also get us on Facebook.com/GodisaGeek. And if you'd be so kind, please nip over to Patreon.com/GodisaGeek and throw us a couple of quid to help raise this fund for E3 2017. Yay! And I think that's all there is to say. So, see you later.
I'm not asking a lot. It's just, I just, if I could just win the lottery or something, and I'd just live happier. And the thing is,
should have backed the GodisaGeek Patreon.